Hey there, hope everybody's doing good today. Just want to get right into it. All right, so I'm inside my Ford Lightning 2023 model. I have 1,872 miles on this thing. And I want to get into the drive modes. So to get to drive modes, you go into features and then you push drive modes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, or you could call 5 drive modes. You can do the one pedal driving, you can do the tow haul, and you can do one pedal driving with sport and with normal. You cannot do it with the tow haul mode. But the reason I bring all this up is I'm talking about range, how many kilowatts per mile you get. And so far through my testing, it hasn't been one pedal as I would have thought in normal mode. The best mode to drive in to get the most kilowatts per mile is sport. I can only speculate why. You do get a stronger regen in sport mode. At least it feels that way. And when you watch over here, you come over here, there's a brake coach, and down in this area, it tells you how much regen's going back in the battery. Or it doesn't tell you, it just shows a indicator. It doesn't actually tell you how much is going back into the battery, but it gives you an indication of how much is going back in the battery, if that makes sense. There is no numbers that says you've got 2 kilowatts going back into the battery. It does not tell you that, but it tells you right there, as I said, how much based on an indication. Let's say that's 100% all the way to the end, and you may be going 50% back into the battery based on how much brake you're applying or not applying. Because you take your foot off the brake, like in sport mode, normal mode, or even tow haul, it will start regenerating as it coasts. Now, I will say normal does the best coasting. So if you're on the interstate and you go down, you're in, let's say, a lot of rolling hills, normal coasts very, very well, almost like a normal car does. Sport, you take your foot off the gas, the regen really kicks in very strong and drags the car down, so you don't coast as well in sport mode. And of course, one pedal driving, you don't coast at all. You'll come to a stop very quickly. I don't know what's involved in the one pedal drive, if it's applies brake also, or it's all regen. I don't know. I can't find that information, but it feels like it's probably a combination of both. But it definitely has more drag on the car. It does not coast, if that makes sense. So the tow haul mode is great for towing and hauling, and it changes some features. This changes the steering a little bit. It's supposed to change a few other little things that probably don't really affect a whole lot, because I've accidentally left it in normal towing and I couldn't really tell the difference. The tow haul is supposed to make it when you're going downhill where the regen works more and it slows you down more. So that would be the biggest difference between tow haul and normal and sport. But sport, if you're looking for the longest distance out of your battery, running around in sports mode seems to work the best. And I've seen other YouTubers talk about this who've done testing, and I can confirm that this sport mode is the most efficient method to get the most miles per kilowatt. So you can take that for what it's worth. Normal mode drives more like a normal car than any of the other modes. Like I said, you coast more, and you don't get as much regeneration, as much drag as you do in sport mode. And like I said, one pedal, you drag big time. You take your foot off the gas. Even when you decelerating, don't take it all the way off the gas or the power. It starts dragging dramatically, as if the brake you had put on the brakes. So I hope that helps some people out to understand about the Ford Lightning modes, driver modes. And you do have a rear locking differential. This right here you can hit for off-road. You wouldn't want to do this on a road on concrete. You want to only use locking differential on off-road, grass, mud, gravel, stuff like that. But what it does is it locks both wheels in where they're both turning at the same rate. So that would be the only time you would use that mode. But anyhow, that's the modes kind of explained a little bit. The off-road mode, that basically just changes the steering a little bit and changes throttle response. And I've heard, I don't know if this is true, so you can take this for a grain of salt, that it changes the sensitivity of the how the wheels spin and when the brakes applied to send power to the other wheel. So, but I don't know if that's true. So, but anyhow, a lot of these things Ford does not release the information, or they make it very, very hard to find. So anyhow, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, help my channel grow. That's just about the drive modes on a Ford F-150. Have a great day. God bless.